Okasa aham bhante tisaranena saha panchasilam dhammam yachami anugaham katva silam dedha me bhante dutiyampi tatiyampi okasa aham bhante tisaranena saha panchasilam dhammam yachami anugaham katva silam dedha me bhante anukampam upadaya. After I say, you say ama bhante. Yamaham badamitam badetha, you say ama bhante. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. So repeat 3 times. Keep your hands folded. Buddhang saranam gacchami, Dhammam saranam gacchami, Sangham saranam gacchami, Dutiyampi Buddham saranam gacchami, Dutiyampi Dhammam saranam gacchami, Dutiyampi Sangham saranam gacchami, Tatiyampi Buddham saranam gacchami, Tatiyampi Dhammam saranam gacchami, Tatiyampi Sangham saranam gacchami, Tisaranagamanaṁ paripunnāṁ Pānātipada veramani Sikkhapadam samadhiyāmi Adinnadāna veramani Sikkhapadam samadhiyāmi Kāmesu miccācārā veramani Sikkhapadam samadhiyāmi Musāvādā veramani Sikkhapadam samadhiyāmi Suramereya Macca Pamadatthāna veramani Sikkhapadam samadhiyāmi Sadhu sadhu tisaranena sandhing panchashilam dhammam sadhukam surakhitam katva pamadena shilam sampadeta. You say Ama Bhante and pay namaskara 3 times. So, on the occasion of other Sayamaji's, this is the anniversary. So, on this occasion, we are offering Dhamma to the Sangha, and it is important to know the value of what you are doing. Everybody comfortable in English or Hindi or? So, the value of what you are doing, it is important to to understand. Because whatever we do, if we do with a wise mind of right understanding, then our power of our wholesome action can be much more, because then we put our mind into this. Sometimes people, as you know, you are, I guess all of you are meditating. So when you are meditating, sometimes when you sit and you are meditating with all your mind, you are into this very much, fully focused, fully aware. Then you don't realize sometimes that maybe 1 hour has passed and it feels like 10 minutes or 15 minutes. It is because the time you put your whole mind into this. The mind isn't disturbed, mind isn't distracted. It's just fully there with your meditation object. It is with the sati, it is with the mindfulness, the complete awareness. So that's the power of mind being fully involved into something. Whereas at other times, if the mind isn't fully settled down, it isn't fully there, it is restless, or it is thinking, or it is getting diverted because of many thoughts or many feelings. That time, even half an hour feels a long time, many times. So that's being involved with mindfulness, with sati. So the whole practice of mindfulness, sati, is to be there, knowing, to be there with an action. When you hear, you be with the hearing, but you are not just with the hearing, you are hearing with the understanding. You are trying not just to hear, but also to get the meaning of what is being said. So every action, seeing, hearing, eating, anything that we do, is just one external part of the body. The eye and the ear, the nose and the tongue is involved. But that's not all. There is a connection with the mind. That's why we say Chakku Vinyana, eye consciousness. Sota Vinyana, ear consciousness. So that's a physical function of the eye and the ear and the nose like this. But that's not all. There is a consciousness associated with the eye. 18 types of elements in the Nidhanavaka Lord Buddha said in Samyutta Nikaya. 18 types of elements. What are the 18 types of elements? Eye is an element. Sound is a visible thing, is an element. And eye consciousness is an element. So similarly, ear and the sound and the ear consciousness. So this, whatever we are involved, so being in sati is to involve when this eye consciousness, ear consciousness, whatever consciousness you are using at that moment, to be there fully, to be there fully with awareness, with the right knowing, rightly knowing. This is, so when you do like this, so when you do the dana, you can do the dana with your hand, but that's not all. If the mind isn't involved, so there is an element of intention to do the dana. That is important. And what is the intention? Intention to share. That is the intention. Intention to share some of your either material wealth or time or energy, whatever it is. Something to share. That is one. And then there is an intention not just to share. There is an intention to share with certain types of people. certain types of people. You can share with anyone. You can share with anyone. But here you are choosing to offer to the Sangha. To the Sangha, the community of monks who are staying here, who are practicing the teachings of the Supreme Buddha. So that intention. Why? Because there is an acknowledgement. I can offer to anyone. I can offer to anyone. But if I offer to the people who are making the effort to let go of the defilements, to let go of our defilements, then it is surely this offering will bear us great merit. It will bring us more merit than to give to anyone else. You can give to anyone else. Even Lord Buddha says, given to a small animal like an insect, like an ant. If you give, say, one sugar cube to an ant, that's also merit. That's also punya. It's not that there is no merit in that. Lord Buddha says that's also merit. But then, merit depends on who is giving, to whom it is being given, and with what intention it is being given. This all determines. So you are giving. Now, when you are giving, you're giving on behalf of the trust you have. And you are giving whatever all the members are contributing. So, collectively you are giving. Members are contributing with what kind of mind? May this trust grow. Why? To develop, to involve more people in meditation practice. Involve more people in the right path. So that is how the trust, the fund that you are spending for this dana is coming to the trust. With the right intention. Intention for something good and noble. And then you spend that money for offering dana with the intention, let this dana go to the Sangha, because people who are disciples of Lord Buddha, practicing, striving, making effort to let go of the greed, hatred, ignorance, etc. So, there is a recognition that this is the right place to give. As Lord Buddha says, Anuttarang Punyakritam Lokasati. To offer to the Sangha is the highest field of merit. So there is a recognition. So then you are offering by way of getting the fund and by way of determining where to offer. There is an element of wisdom. And then when you offer to the Sangha, so we receive. We just don't, okay, you come, you give, okay, I receive, finish. It's not like this. It's not like this. We also receive with a mind of loving kindness. We also receive with a mind of loving kindness. Okay, so and so donors, so and so people, upasakas and upasikas, they are coming and offering the dana to the Sangha. We also receive with a mind of loving kindness and with appreciation that they are the ones supporting the Sangha, supporters of the Sangha. With that appreciation, with that joyful appreciation we receive, with a mind of loving kindness. So when we also receive with that mind, and you also giving with a mind of goodness, then the merit is what? So it depends, as I said earlier, depends on the intention, the way it is being given, the way it is being accepted. That determines the punya, how much merit will come. So when you give with the right intention, with the right mindset, with the right kind of wisdom, when we receive also with the right mindset, then automatically the power of that merit is high and powerful. Sometimes people come to your house, maybe your relatives. You want to give them something good to eat, some delicious food. Okay, you have come after such a long time. You take this one. You give something good to eat. But they don't really take it in a very mindful way. Okay, you give, I eat quickly and then finish and go. So, what happens? Maybe your intention to give is good, but his intention to receive joyfully, appreciatively, with the mind of metta is not so much. So whatever merit that accrues, whatever merit that comes out of it is not so much, basically. Or maybe you are busy, okay, you take it and go. He receives with a joyful mind, but you are busy, you are not focusing. You are not with much mindfulness that time. So then also the level of merit is less. But when you are giving with the mind of loving kindness, the other person is also receiving with the mind of loving kindness, then the power of merit is high. So everything depends on the mind, everything. So that's why I said we must understand what we give, why we give, and what is the level of merit that we may attain by giving. That is important to understand. And then, after giving, you feel good, you feel joyful, you feel happy. Okay, today we went to the monastery, today we went and offered the dana, and then after offering the dana, the monks did the blessing, and then there was a Dhamma discourse, and we understood some of the points. It was good to understand like this. There's a feeling of joyfulness that arises in your heart. This is very important. Lord Buddha says, when a dana is given, before giving also the people who are giving, their mind is joyful. At the time of giving, when their mind is joyful. And after giving also their mind is joyful. Then the power of that dana is much more. So before giving also you feel good about it. At the time when you are giving also you feel good about it. And afterwards also you feel, oh, I did SanghaDana, I did offering to the whole Sangha. That was good, that was such a wonderful thing. So when you recollect also at a later point of time, then automatically every time we do like this gives us more merit. The merit that comes out of this is much more. This is also important to remember every time you are involved in a dana, every time you are involved in a good action. So this is how we should recollect. Not just do and finish, but also should recollect to give ourselves happiness and to give ourselves encouragement to do it again. That is important. Then, again, one more important thing. What is that? That after giving, when you are recollecting, your mind is joyful. So use it in the right way. Whatever joy and happiness that arises, use it in the right way. How do you use it in the right way? How? So, when you are doing the dana or following the 5 precepts, you all know about the 5 precepts, right? So, following the 5 precepts, doing the dana, then your mind is light, your mind is peaceful. Then you are sitting in meditation, your meditation goes well. Your meditation isn't disturbed because your mind is peaceful and calm. So you can just continue practicing your meditation in the proper manner. And then, when you practice like this, what do you understand? You understand there are feelings in the body, and then there are feelings in the mind. There are feelings. Now we are sitting, we have so many types of feelings. Heaviness, or lightness, or heat, or cold, or so many types of feelings. Similarly, our mind also experiencing certain feelings when I'm speaking and you are hearing those words, and when maybe some of the meanings of those words you are understanding within your mind right now, then there's a feeling of peacefulness. If you understand like this, if you truly understand like this, then mind will gain in peacefulness. There's a feeling of lightness. So you are understanding these physical feelings and the mental feelings. And as you keep on understanding them, you also understand the feelings that arises through the body or through the mind. They come and go. That's their nature. The nature is to come and go. And when they come and go just like this, then they cannot be our refuge. We cannot depend on them for too long because they just come and go. So what do? We understand this point clearly again and again. How these feelings are, how these good feelings are and the bad feelings are, and how we must understand them deeply and finally let them go. Because when we are stuck with those feelings, even the good feelings, then the mind becomes obsessed with liking or disliking. It likes or it dislikes. If it is stuck with a feeling that that is pleasant, then it likes and it says, I want more. If it gets stuck with a feeling that it doesn't like, I don't want more, then it generates liking or disliking, which is nothing but craving. This is the second noble truth. This is the noble truth of origination, the creation of suffering, second noble truth. So when you understand like this, the nature of the feelings and what happens when we are stuck with those feelings, good or bad, and how the suffering is created by getting stuck with the feelings, with the liking and the disliking. This is understanding the second noble truth, first noble truth also, suffering and the cause of suffering. When you understand like this, then only you will gradually understand the ending of suffering. Slowly. It will go step by step. It will not just suddenly one fine day you sit and then you understand everything completely. It's not like this. So you understand the first noble truth, how it is, second noble truth, the origin of suffering, how it is. Then only you will know the ending of suffering. And then also you will understand the path leading to the ending of suffering. All these four noble truths, basically. So we meditate to understand this only. Finally, we have to understand these four noble truths. The suffering, the cause, the ending, and the path. If we have to be enlightened, means we have to understand these four noble truths. Till the time we don't understand them correctly, we can never be enlightened. So that's how gradually we develop this understanding, by using this dana as our practice, generosity as our practice, sila, virtue as our practice, meditation, developing mindfulness and wisdom and samadhi as our practice. So developing these things, that's how we use them to develop the wisdom ultimately. Wisdom of the Four Noble Truths, gradually. So we wish that whatever being spoken today, and maybe you have understood some of it at least, and may you recollect on these things, especially understanding of these Four Noble Truths and how to gradually take it forward, and may you remember and recollect, and may you continue practicing very properly, and may you develop your mindfulness and wisdom and your meditation practice in a wonderful manner, and your spiritual life in a wonderful manner, and whatever merits. So whatever merits that has accrued, we will later share with Sayama. So first, before that, you can first come and offer the chivara and all other things that you have brought for offering. First you come and offer. First you come and hold these ropes, and then I will say. Okay, one person can take it, one person can take this. So, and then others can also repeat after me. Before offering, I will tell, then you repeat. Mayam bhante imani chivarani sanghasa deva Nibbanassa Pachayo Hodu Dutiyampi Tatiyampi Mayang Bhante Imani Jivarani Sanghassa Deva Nibbanassa Pachayo Hodu